Coming on for the injured Luke Shaw was the former captain Ashley Young, and Wilfried Zaha basically took his soul away from him today. So what's up guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Dominic. If you're new around here, consider caressing that subscribe button because I'll be talking about the league that you love all season, the English Premier League. That was a bit extra, right? But anyways, I'm your boy Dominic. Man United 1, Crystal Palace 2. Congratulations to Crystal Palace, man. Round of applause to Palace. Roy Hodgson, the oldest manager in the whole world. Not only the Premier League, but the world. I don't know if that fact is correct, but he is old, 73 years old, and going really strong. The man looked like he's not bothered by anything. They score, Roy Hodgson is, okay, I'm still not impressed. You need to score more. But congrats to them, man. A big 2-1 victory on the road against Man United, a team who they have never defeated in the Premier League era. That is big. That is huge. That just tells you or give you perspective of the state Man United Football Club is in right now. It's that simple. It's just that simple. Before this match, Crystal Palace had not scored a single goal. Well, we are only 3 matches deep into the Premier League, but guys, still, 2 matches not scoring, that's quite an alarming stat for a Premier League team, right? A team that did pretty well last season, and with top strikers like Christian Benteke and Wilfried Zaha, you know what I'm saying? You should have scored already. But it seems like they were saving their best for Manchester United. In their first game, they picked up a 0-0 draw against Everton, and then they lost to new boy Sheffield United. You're gonna lose to Sheffield, a team that everyone is predicting to go down. Man, you need to wake up, and they did just that. Big 2-1 victory over the Red Devils, the Premier League's most successful team. That's a statement there, man. That's a statement. Man United did start this season really well, destroying Chelsea 4-0 on opening day and then picking up a draw against Wolves. A game I think they should have won if Paul Pogba had scored that freaking penalty. And the home fans thought they were in for a show once again because this is a second home game. The first one, they battered Chelsea, and playing Crystal Palace, a team that they have been beaten all the time, well, the fans were in for something. Jordan Ayew scored in the 32nd minute. It was a long ball won by Jeffrey Schlupp. He shrugged off Victor Lindelof, and on the end of it was Jordan Ayew, who had replaced the hapless Christian Benteke, who has only scored about 3 goals in 50 odd appearances. That is a really bad stat there. Christian Benteke has to be the worst Premier League striker ever. Well, maybe not ever, but come on. Timo Pukki has played 3 Premier League games this season and he already has 5 goals. And Christian Benteke does not have 5 Premier League goals in 50 matches? Well, tell me if that's not bad. Tell me if he's not the worst in the league right now. But anyways, Jordan Ayew got in behind and he dispatched it beautifully past David De Gea. Man United, who started with an unchanged 11, looked pretty decent at the start of the game. That goal came pretty much against the run of play. Crystal Palace led the game at halftime, and I bet Ole Gunnar Solskjaer gave the Man United players an earful. 40 minutes after the goal, Rashford did get a chance to put Man United level when Scott McTominay was taken down in the penalty box. The referee pointed to the spot. He didn't even need to refer to VAR. They did have to check it still, but the penalty was given. And remember, in the game against Wolves, Paul Pogba stepped up and missed his penalty. The previous match against Chelsea, Rashford was the penalty taker and he was successful. So Man United, they don't really know who to give the penalties to. And against Wolves, I think that Rashford should have taken that ball and take the spot kick. Maybe he would have scored, maybe he wouldn't have. But Rashford did take the ball today and he stepped up and he hit the post. The ball hit the inside, went across Guaita, and it went over. I think it went out. I can't even remember. But he did not score. And that is definitely a big talking point. Man United did equalize in the 89th minute when Anthony Martial teed up Daniel James on the edge of the box. He wiggled through, worked his magic, and put it in the V. That was a brilliant goal. This is also his 2nd Premier League goal in 3 matches. The kid is a star in the making. Star in the making. 15 million pounds from Swansea City. No one thought he'll be starting for Manchester United, and he was almost a hero. Another thing I enjoyed about the Daniel James goal was the way Pogba won the ball back after he had lost it. Wilfried Zaha was on his merry way, Pogba won it back and pushed Man United forward, it resulting in a goal. But that bitch karma came to bite Pogba a few minutes later when Christian Benteke, who had came on for Jordan Ayew, stole the ball away from him and pushed Crystal Palace forward. Wilfried Zaha linking up with Patrick Van Aanholt, whose shot burst through the hands of David De Gea. It seems like David De Gea's woes are starting very early in the season. We thought that was over. Nah, it's gonna happen all over again this season, it seems. Crystal Palace, with that never ever say die attitude, picked up that late winner to leave the United players and their fans shell-shocked. This was not a good performance by Man United, because if you check the stats, they bossed possession, 72% of the possession. Guys, could you believe this? 22 shots at goal, 3 shots on target. Crystal Palace, 5 shots at goal, 3 on target, wins the game 2-1. So it shows that possession doesn't mean anything, and getting shots off at goal does not mean a thing. You have to put them in the back of the net. The match between Man City and Tottenham proves just so. 30 shots at goal, 10 on target, 2 goals. Tottenham, 4 shots at goal, 3 on target or so, 2 goals. They picked up a point. So Man United, they weren't clinical at all, but they had their bright spots, they had their positives, but there has to be more cons to take away from this game than pros. One thing I admired about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is that he stuck to his 11. He played a very youthful 11, which means that he believes in this bunch of players, but it's up to the players to repay the manager's faith. You cannot blame Solskjaer, you have to blame the players. The players have to stay switched on, they have to have high levels of concentration, go out there and win games. Like, come on. Look at this 11. David De Gea, supposedly world-class keeper, conceded over 50 goals last season. Look at their backline. Aaron Wan-Bissaka coming up against his old team, seems like he had the cold feet, seems like he was nervous on the day. Victor Lindelof and Harry Maguire, who came in for a record fee, seems like they're putting together a very good partnership, but they conceded twice. They hardly had anything to do on the day. Hardly anything. Only 5 shots Crystal Palace had. Zaha was largely isolated for most of the game, which means that when the time comes for them to do something, they're sleeping, basically. Victor Lindelof should have never got beaten in the air by Jeffrey Schlupp. Never. It should not have happened. And for the second goal, Crystal Palace run through the Man United defense way too easy. And that shot by Van Aanholt was savable. Come on, it was savable. You gotta get your body behind the ball, David De Gea. I'm not a goalkeeper, I'm not a goalkeeping coach, but I'm giving you this advice. Get your fucking body behind the ball, okay? Luke Shaw, left back, wasn't having a bad game at all, but he hopped off injured. He stretched something and he came back on. And at that point in time, I'm like, listen, Luke Shaw, the moment you felt something, you should have stayed off. Why did you come back on the field? You know what I'm saying? You wanna be out for a long time. You know you're not so strong. Luke Shaw, bad decision. Coming on for the injured Luke Shaw was the former captain Ashley Young, and Wilfried Zaha basically took his soul away from him today. Like, it was ridiculous. It was like, I was like, oh my God, what am I seeing here? It's all over Twitter. Go look, go check it out. Wilfried Zaha simply embarrassed Ashley Young, who I think should just give it up. He should just go play in the championship or something. No disrespect to the championship, but I think players like Ashley Young should be out of Man United. Paul Pogba, I think he had a so-so game. You know, he had moments of brilliance and other times he lapsed. And I'm talking about that time when he won the ball and pushed forward, which resulted in the Daniel James goal, and the other time when he lost the ball and which resulted in the winner for Crystal Palace. The best and worst of Paul Pogba in one game. I don't think Pogba is comfortable in this Man United team. Like, he's lacking the flair. Where's the hairstyles, man? I miss the Pogba hairstyles. Come on, you took the penalty last week, you missed it, you came under heavy criticism, racial abuse on Twitter. Penalty again, bam, Marcus Rashford steps up, he misses. What are you guys gonna do? You guys need to sort your shit out, man. Seriously. Scott McTominay, very, very hard-working player. I don't have a lot to say about this guy. Can't really say a lot of bad things about him. Hard-working player. His quality is questionable, but his work rate is very good, and sometimes you need players like this in your team. Daniel James, £15 million from Swansea City. He's starting for Man United. This is a case where a player doesn't come in for a large amount of money and he is really good. This kid is a star. The 2 goals which he scored since he started playing for Man United in the Premier League, awesome goals. And I think he was one of Man United's brightest spots on the day. He almost earned him a point. Jesse Lingard, I think, is one of the worst players in Man United right now. He is not in form, not scoring goals, not providing assists. He should not start. Simple. He should not start. He should come off the bench. You have players like Juan Mata who's working hard coming off the bench. You have Andreas Pereira. Give these guys a start and let Lingard learn something from the dugout. Marcus Rashford, man, you're a very talented youngster, but I think you still have a lot of growing to do. You still have a lot to learn. You can't miss a penalty like that, man. You already sent the goalkeeper the wrong way. Put the ball in the back of the net. Put the ball in the back of your net. You guys are costing your team. You're costing your team and you're embarrassing your team with performances like this. Talented striker, really good player, but sometimes he just, you know what I mean, he is like you wonder, Marcus Rashford, do you have a fucking brain? Anthony Martial, man, I can't say a lot of bad things about this guy. He has been very good for Man United this season, and he has gone through a lot. Losing his number 9 to Zlatan Ibrahimovic, playing second fiddle to Marcus Rashford and Romelu Lukaku for the past couple seasons, man, I think Anthony Martial deserves a lot of credit for just sticking with this Man United team and giving his all. Mason Greenwood and Juan Mata were the other 2 players coming off the bench. I think they did pretty okay. They couldn't really do much. You know, Greenwood only 17 years old. What could you expect from the young man? He is still learning. Mata, I think, should be starting for this United team. Gary Cahill also made his first start today for Crystal Palace after leaving Chelsea, and I must give props to Crystal Palace for picking up this big W against Manchester United. Christian Benteke also deserves a shout out for winning that ball away from Pogba. If he didn't do that, they would have only picked up 1 point. So great job, Christian Benteke. That's like scoring a goal. Palace's next match will be against Colchester in the English League Cup. Then they face Aston Villa at home. For Man United, their next game will be against Southampton on the road, and they have to make sure they don't screw that one up because Southampton have just picked up their first win of the season. They will be on a high. So guys, that's my thoughts on the Man United versus Crystal Palace fixture. But on Google, this is what some people have to say. It's just a bad phase for Man United. As a Man United fan, wish, hope, and pray they get their winning momentum back. Well, they don't really have a winning momentum. They have only won 3 in their last 15 games since they won against PSG in the Champions League. So I really don't know what you're talking about. Despite the team should refocus on what they want to achieve this season. Well, they definitely need to refocus. I don't know what you're trying to say here, Mr. Bernard Odongo, but Man United definitely needs to refocus. What a horrible game for Man. It's especially when Rashford missed the penalty. United have good players, but Ole puts the same formation, at least let him out of a better formation. Well, I don't know what you're trying to say here, but good try. The player Pogba is a total waste. Sir Alex threw him out because of this. How a World Cup winner with so much talent, so-called, being so careless in losing possession. Well, well, it was Christian Benteke who took the ball away from him. Give Pogba some freaking credit, man. This Pogba from Man United is due to their formation. They think they can just replace players and win, but it's clear that the formation of 2 in the midfield is their downfall. That was kind of like tonguey, right? But anyways, this performance from Man United is due to their formation. They think they can just replace players and win, but it's clear that the formation of 2 in the midfield is their downfall. Their players are so good, but very poor formation will always ensure their unstable performances. Change formation now. Just play on top of 4 midfielders, including Pogba, Mata, Matic, and McTominay or Pereira. 4 midfielders. Like 2 holding and 2 like, what are you saying? But anyways, guys, I'm your boy Dominic Rich, man. Thanks for watching this video. If you're new around here, consider hitting the subscribe button. Smash the thumbs up button and let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And until next time, peace out. Rich Squad.